I just want to come on here and say it's been really fun living in this generation with you. It's been amazing. We got all the coolest stuff ever made, basically invented right as we were ready for it. We're like, oh wow, this little freaking phone thing with there's no keyboard on it though. Oh, there is now. And then why is there a keyboard? And then now it's a touchscreen. And it's crazy because, I remember I had a Palm Pilot. Most of you guys are probably not familiar with that. It was a very brief but awesome, tiny little baby laptop. And I looked very nerdy and I had glasses and braces. So then the braces were invented, freaking laser beams get shot in your eyes. It's the greatest time to be alive. And we didn't really have to work all that hard for it. Everybody before us, they went through the hard stuff and they all died in battle and whatnot. They're like, oh, we're gonna fight for freedom. We're all equal and we're going to fight to the death. And the other side's like, no, we're not equal. We're racist. And then the racists lost. But then now it's like, did they? Did people not realize which one? Because there's a flag that the slaves, if they see that flag coming over the horizon, they're like, yeah, it's freedom forever. And all of our future kids and whatnot. But then there's the other flag that is the, redneck Confederate flag, which, whatever. People wave all kinds of flags. And obviously you shouldn't be a horrible racist person. But if you like the flag because you're like, no, man, we're just rednecks. We like driving around. My wife's black. We're like, is she? Prove it. Right? I lied. I thought you did. So, yeah, it's been a crazy time. And there's just so much information going on. And, it is fun to realize that you have the ability to, make your own thoughts. Like, for example, there's this whole thought of, so if we constantly say that white police officers are attacking black people, and then we tell L'Oreal Paris, the face of L'Oreal Paris, she says that white people are the most evil force of nature on the planet, that goes out to the world. Like, the most evil force of nature, there's got to be some people that believe that. It's definitely not the most evil force of nature on the planet. If so, that would be just a marginal difference. But can you imagine? Because a lot of people are stupid, right? They get the average person. Most people are stupider than that, right? So, like, if you just say something from the top of a building, like, hey, everybody, hate that group of people. Obviously it doesn't, it kind of goes the exact way you want it to go. So, yeah, I guess we're going to see what happens. Maybe it's all going to be fun and rainbows. Definitely a lot of rainbows, actually, in the past several years. No flag, though. No American flag. I don't understand. That flag, imagine. Like the whole, I watched that video. I don't know if you've seen it, the Star Spangled Banner sort of like reaction story told about it. And the flag was still standing because it was being held up by all the dead bodies of the soldiers who had just died in that battle. The dead Americans that died, Oh, anyways. So, isn't that crazy? What a funny time to be alive. Dude, I didn't invent any of this stuff. I didn't invent this friggin' Sonicare toothbrush. It's amazing. 9 out of 10 dentists recommend. But at this point, I don't know if I actually believe that even. But I do like the Sonicare. It's a nice way to make your gums bleed every once in a while. So then, yeah. Okay, well, I just want to get on here and just talk, man. I think the place is not as bad as it looks like on the media, but I think, there's a lot of profit to be made off of people panicking. And it's a pretty accepting country. It does suck that there are lots of people that are currently still slaves outside of America and maybe even inside America, like hidden somewhere. But I don't know anybody that has a slave. I've never met anybody, but in Africa, they have tens of millions of slaves. In India and China, lots of places, it's a thing. And, hey, I'm not, who am I to, look down on someone else's choices in the culture, but it is kind of funny though. They were like, oh, white people, you have slaves. Like, no, none of us do. Do any of us? Because I don't think any white person was like, hey, hey, I didn't know you could still have those. Nobody would be like that. But in Africa, they don't let their slaves sleep inside. They sleep outside in the den, no air conditioning, in the heat. We treat our dogs better than they treat humans. But it's a cultural thing, right? Oh, just leave them. Just leave them on their island. Like, well, I mean, we could give them air conditioning, but they don't know. Like, well, we could tell them that it's illegal to kill each other and cannibalize each other. You know, there are places that do that. And like, well, that's a pretty cool law. If you can establish that law, like, I mean, we did it. You know, there's not a lot of cannibalism here, but you know what? It is actually coming back. Have you heard? There's a cafe in California. It sells human parts. And they've been teaching kids about this, the cannibal god. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I see where this is going. It's going to a dark place fast. And you're not allowed to say anything or else you get censored. For now. I mean, you know, there's always that old school canceling that they used to do back in Deutschland. Oh. Anyway, it's been a fun friggin' ride. And hopefully it'll still continue to be. I felt like whoa, we had such a sweet ride. Like, I mean, if this is about to be the end of it, well, dude, I mean, I have so much stuff. I realize I'm like wasteful. I wish I was taught at an early age some sort of way to be more, you know, better habits in our education system. It's pretty bad. But Google, that was awesome. And now you can't even Google stuff. You Google stuff and you got to go through 10 pages before you find Justin Bieber in a dress. They're like, why is he not on the first page when I type Justin Bieber dress? Shady. Not that I search for that. Bless your face. If you sneeze during this video, bless you. Good luck. Get some, get some water, canned food. Yeah. Woo! Hope you guys are all healthy. Hope you got your choice of, injection. That's what you did. It's just a million things at once. They're like, hey, America's evil. It's racist. And it's a racist genocidal nation. We're like, what are you talking about? It's racist. By the way, everybody here, take this vaccine. You have to have it. We're like, well, you just said that it was racist genocidal nation. But I did not racist. I'm not even saying it like I'm mad. I think it's funny. I think it's like, dude, can you imagine? They must be laughing so hard. I'm just kidding, dude. It's totally fine. Everything is totally safe. I was just playing it up like as though there was some kind of conspiracy going on. It's definitely not. Trust me, I know. I'm white. I talk to all of them. So there's no conspiracy at all. God bless your families. No, but really, life is beautiful. Be good to each other. And hopefully we don't go about as crazy as we already have gone. I think we've already gone that crazy. For some reason, people hate America. And then people who love America, they're like, yeah, we love everyone and everyone's equal. And then humans were made in the image of God and we have to be honest or we go to hell. They're like, okay, that sounds like a good group of people, honestly. And the other one's like, there's no God. Meh. I mean, yeah, you should probably be good to each other or not. I mean, there's no God's like really punished. I mean, not that I'm saying you should have like a kind of a punishment, but you do have a eternal, at least internal mental punishment if you do something that's like not what you're supposed to be doing, like every single day of my life. I wish I need to set up a thing and make videos again. All right, I'm gonna post this. Bless your face. Anything else? Well, whoever wins this, just be on the side of life, man. Because life's gonna keep going on no matter what happens. You know? It's super scary in Cuba right now. Super scary in South Africa. Scary in like 7 countries. And that's just the ones that I sort of glanced at. It's not fun. But there's a lot of anger and like mad cow semen stuff going on. I don't know what that's about. But yeah. Meditate. Mad cowitate. Moo. Outro of darkness and cancelled.